Have you ever been victim to cute? Have you ever wondered why Armenians say, I'll eat you up when they play with a cute baby? Have you ever wanted to pinch the cheeks of those cute babies when you see them? You are not alone. Psychologists about a decade ago popularized it under the name of cute aggression. And if that piqued your interest, I invite you to watch a very interesting TEDx episode about it. Because today's talk is going to be about something else. It's going to be related to my honeymoon. How my wife fell victim with the cuteness of Maltese men. No, not on the second explanation of the word cute that you would get in the Oxford Dictionary. There was no objectifying of human body, no infants or otherwise. It was about the third meaning or the original meaning of the word cute. Some of you may not know that actually initially the word cute was not associated with things soft and squishy. It was on the opposite. It comes from a word acute, like is sharp. And it was about sharp mind, about smart people, about the street smart people, about annoyingly smart people, about shrewd. So what happened during my honeymoon? My wife fell victim to the Maltese restaurant owners. They preferred not to discard expired food. She got upset stomach, and that was a major line of our honeymoon. And if you think about it, there's not only a Maltese story. You go any touristy place, you go to Paris, you go to Prague, Italy, anywhere, and then people come complaining about the food. That's very usual. But it's not only about the touristy places. It is part of our ordinary business of life. Like a while ago, I was walking downtown Yerevan, and I was very happy to see the shop that was specializing in made in Armenia products. I'm very happy to be buying everything made in Armenia. I entered the shop, and then I was greeted by this very welcoming and warm gentleman, the owner. But he was also cute. So I couldn't live without buying extra couple of overpriced items. And I made it for myself. I should not be returning to this place again. And I was not the only person to do that. A couple of days ago, I was walking in the same street, and the shop was not there anymore. So a lot of people basically thought that they are not going to go to that place to be served by the cute person. So when you think about it, was it really worth selling me a couple of extra basturmas and go out of business? I would say no. And the question is then, why do people do that? Why do people get cute? And for that, we're going to go into different parts of science, bringing in different theories. So one of them is going to be from the behavioral science. And that's going to be that every human has two people living in them. There's the dual self model. There is a present me and there is a future me. But then the decision maker is only the present me, who is making the decision for both of us. And then what's happening? What you would call a present bias. All the decisions are going to be biased towards present, whatever is for good for the present me. You see the opportunity, you seize the moment, and you don't really care about what's going to happen to the future me. The future me should be thinking about his own. And if we go to the hypothesis from the decision theory, there is an interesting thing called the probability negligence. And that means that people pay little attention or absolutely no attention to the things that have little probability. So whenever you make a decision, you are not thinking about what is it going to be the future impact of something small thing. Actually, Nassim Taleb wrote a whole book, The Black Swan, about it. And then what we are having? A situation that you are making a decision and not really considering the things, the negative small things that can happen, like me going to the shop again. Or to bring another illustrative example, I have a story from Zanzibar, or basically the story that I don't have from Zanzibar. It's a place that looks fabulous. It's a place that I always wanted to be. It was on the top of my to-do list. And then a friend told the story of his brother being there on a cruise ship and ended up with a bucket in his hand, pouring out the water from the ship so that they would not sink. So I thought, no, that's too wild for me. I'm not going to go to Zanzibar. That's roughness that I don't really enjoy. So what happened in this case? The person, the ship owner, decided not to maintain the ship. He doesn't need to patch it because he didn't really care about it. Maybe I would hear the story and not go to that cruise. But actually that's what might happen. He just lost me as a client. So what do we get? We can get a story from what we have in economics that we teach in any Econ 101 class, like my profession. You go there and one of the first topics you get is externalities. What's that? It's a story that is going to be that very often whatever you do, it is going to have also some effect on the other people. But because you are not held accountable for whatever are the other effects on the other people, you are going to make a decision looking only at whatever is your own benefit. You might harm other people, but that's not going to be important for you because you are not going to pay for that harm. And what do we get? A situation that you can get a very cute, individually opportunistic at the moment, but then on aggregate, it's going to be a place that is not cute actually. On aggregate, it's going to be ugly. You don't want to be in that environment. But it's something that people don't really realize that this is something that they don't want. Like recently I was with my friend in a car. He was driving and then we're in the middle lane and we were supposed to go straight and then suddenly on the left side it was open, so he just got over there and then cut in front of the other people. I was like, whoa, but that's not nice. We should not do that. And he was like, oh, you haven't seen how it is in India. I'm like, yes, and you don't want to be like in India or any other place that is populated with the people that is going to be these opportunistic drivers that are going to cut in front of each other because what's happening? You are gaining a little bit, but then the whole line is just getting slower. The traffic is getting really heavy on that street and on the other street and the whole city, and then we keep complaining that our cities are just horrible with the traffic. But that's what we do. We create it. If this was not a convincing enough example, I'll just bring you another one. Maybe some of you remember there was this advertisement on an online platform by a lady from France, an immigrant in France, who actually offered her services to steal stuff from the shops. She was like, these French people don't understand. It's just me and my daughter that noticed how easy it is actually to steal stuff because the shops are, the security personnel of the shops are not really that many. But what she was missing? The fact that actually, if the security people are there, their salaries are going to come into the prices of the products that you are buying in that shop. And there is a very good chance that actually she left her own country because the prices of carrots were high, because there were a lot of security guards whose salaries were also in the price of that item that she was supposed to buy. And then we get in a situation to understand, so why do people get killed? And then the thing is that, well, we have reasons, but then all of them come to the same consequence. You are going to be in a negative place. You are going to think that, well, it's good to get the opportunistic moment, I have to seize it, but then you are either going to have it pay for it later on, or you are going to pay for it on an aggregate level. So how I got into this topic, why this cute got interesting for me, I was reading a book published in 1899 by a Sir John Fraser, a Scottish gentleman who made a bicycle trip over the 3 continents. He started on the islands and then moved to Europe, Asia, North America, and back to the British Isles. And then he had this description of the part that he was passing from Tbilisi to Yerevan about Armenians. And he said, Armenians are the smartest of them all. There are many races, but Armenians overtop them all. They are the masters of the game. Heads I win, tails you lose. Just think about it. Heads I win, tails you lose. Basically, I win every time. He says Armenians are the smartest of them all, and I was wondering then why Armenia is not the richest of them all. So what is it that there are people who are the smartest of them all, that they win all the time, but they are not the richest? But as an institutional development economist, the answer is not that difficult to find. You just get over there. It is about trust. You ruin the trust, you ruin the fabric of the society. Trust is one of the most important things of the social capability to develop in any country. And then when you go opportunistic, when people don't trust each other anymore, you don't have a venue of development. So when we think about it, why should these people not go opportunistic? Is it an ethical issue? No, or yes, it's an ethical issue. It's very important ethical, but they also have to remember it is economic. They are going to lose. They go cute, things get ugly. They have choice. And what I'm going to ask you, whenever you see anyone that is going to be cute, tell them, don't get cute. You will harm yourself and everyone else around you. And not to be self-righteous, start with yourself.